All right, my name is Dirk van Reenen, and I'm an entrepreneur that works in a couple of different businesses in different industries.
Okay. And so, what kind of businesses? What exactly do you? I mean,
well,
get into the nitty-gritty. So.
Okay. Well, the main thing I do is asset liquidation through auctions, and I own a company called Caprock Auction Group. We do anything from real estate to estate auctions, business liquidations, benefit auctions, just different ways to liquidate assets or raise money for for-profit or non-profit organizations.
Okay.
Also, part owner of XPO Consulting, which is a social media management and consulting firm. We do anything from website design to online marketing programs, managing different clients' social media, anything to consulting on, really how to generate leads and revenue from social media, just really focusing on the online business portion.
Awesome. Okay. And so tell me about how you got started in either one, whichever one I guess you really want to highlight.
It's an interesting story. I've kind of always wanted to do business, and so, even when I was in college at WT, all I could do was daydream about owning a business. So when I was 21 years old, I had the opportunity to buy a business, and I did. And sometimes I think it's the worst thing I ever did, but in the end, I think it's probably one of the smartest things I've ever did. And it was really a good educational process going through owning a business at that young age, and it was a little ski shop, so it was a fun industry to work in, and
sure.
It was more play than work, and so it was just a great experience for kind of getting my feet wet. In 2007, I closed my shop down and got into the service industry. I was tired of the retail industry, and so I went to work for an auctioneer and started learning the auctioneering business. And auctions is something that I grew up with in South Africa. I mean, there you sell everything at auction, and if it doesn't sell at auction, then you would list it with a real estate agent, or you would try to sell it some other way. But the primary way of liquidating assets is through auction. So I grew up with auctions, and just always enjoyed them, liked them, and went to work for this auctioneer. Got my real estate license and started working with real estate auctions. Did that for about 2 years, and then I started working with Greg Glenn at Prudential Real Estate here in Amarillo, and launched an online auction division. And so we've been doing that for about 2 years now. And on the side, I've had Caprock Auction Group, which does business liquidations, estate auctions, benefit auctions, just different kinds of auctions. And we're now in the process of actually switching over all the Prudential real estate auctions to Caprock Auction Group. So as of August 1st, all the Prudential real estate will actually be auctioned through Caprock Auction Group. And I'm in the transition of working here at Prudential and running the auction division here to going full-time with Caprock Auction Group. And Caprock Auction Group's about 1.5 years old now, and I've been doing it part-time and really switching over full-time. As far as XPO Consulting goes, it's kind of a fun story. Andy and I kind of met over Twitter. Started having coffee last year, and we'd start off having coffee about once every 6 weeks, and it kind of got more regular. And before we knew it, we're talking about putting a business together. And January 1st of 2011, we launched our business, and it was actually more of a relaunch of a company that Andy had owned, which was XPO Leadership, which was mainly a leadership organizational development company. He would go in and consult with different organizations, and so we really revamped and relaunched the whole business. And we're 50-50 partners in it, and we both bring, I think, certain strengths and advantages to the business. And so we launched the business, and so far it's been a great experience. Nice learning curve to it. Just kind of in the whole online and social media world, it's that there aren't really that many rules. It's just kind of like the old Wild West. People are going out there and kind of seeing what works, and that's what we're doing. And so far, it's delivering good results for our clients. We're up to 2 full-time employees now and 1 part-time employee, and we're actually about to take on another employee, another team member this next week. So we're pretty excited about it.
What motivates you to get up and go on to work the next day or find the next project or whatever the case is?
I think for me it's just a love of business. I don't know. Ever since I was a little kid, I mean, all I wanted to do is do business transactions, and didn't want to be a fireman or a fighter pilot or something like that. I just wanted to do business, and so really every day when I get up, I am living my dream, and that's what keeps me going. Is just a vision of where I know I'm going to be one day, and just doing the things that I can today to make that happen. And so, just doing that, gets me out of bed, gets me excited, and the fact that I love what I do every day. There's not a day that I wake up and I'm like, I got to go to work today. It's hey, I've got to go to work today. I got to do this deal. I got to meet this person. I got to do that. I mean, it's just fun, and working in different industries and different business partners and things like that. I mean, there's just always something new, always something fun going on. With the kind of work I do, there's a lot of real estate transactions. There's a lot of liquidation projects and things like that. So it's always something new people involved. I mean, it's just it's a lot of fun.
Cool. Here's a question that it interests me at least. How do you manage your work-life balance? You're married, I believe.
Yeah, I'm married and have a kid. And
there you go.
That's actually one of the reasons that I am kind of transitioning out of the traditional real estate sense and really refocusing on the auction business. Is probably for the last 2 years, my work-life balance has really been out of whack. And so I'm trying to kind of get back to the point where I do have a more balanced lifestyle, and maybe even start exercising again, and all those kind of things, because launching a new business and working in different multiple industries and things like that, I mean, it's very time demanding, and I find myself working 80 hours a week pretty regularly, and so that's one of the reasons that I'm going to kind of try to get everything more focused, more in a schedule, and not have to work Saturday afternoons and Sunday mornings and that type of thing. So that's one thing I'm very excited about, is to try to get that balance a little bit better.
Awesome. All right. So now, whenever you come up against some overwhelming challenges, what mindset do you take? What do you do in order to overcome those?
Well, being in business from the time I was 21, it's been 9 years now, and I think it just comes with experience, because there were things that 9 years ago I would come up against a problem that would make me just want to break down and cry, and today if I came across that problem, it almost would be a non-event. And I think it's just one of these things that you just learn to deal with it and go through things, and when you do come up against a big challenge, just to remember that just to take your time, not rush into anything. One of the things I do now is I have several different mentors that counsel me on challenges that I do come across. So when I do come across a situation that's very challenging, the first thing I do is just make sure that I understand the full situation, understand the consequences of what my actions would be in taking on the challenge, and definitely just talking to people that have experience, and kind of taking it one step at a time, because there's always new challenges that come up, and so you can't get too excited or frantic about any kind of situation, because as soon as you get past that challenge, there's going to be another challenge, and there's going to be another challenge. So just kind of make it as part of your life and part of your business to constantly be ready for challenges, and when they do come up, just really take your time and analyze the challenge and what it's going to take to overcome it.
Right. So, and this might be the segue, but how would you, or what advice would you give other entrepreneurs, other business owners? And it might be the same, maybe it's something different, but what advice would you give, kind of your parting thoughts for this little shoot here?
Probably the first thing that I'm very passionate about is encouraging people that have ideas and they want to try something, but they're not in that position. They maybe have a secure job or something like that, but they really have this dream and this passion out here. And the thing is just, to step out there and go for it. I've met so many people that they just kind of go through life because they have some kind of a security bubble around them, and and they feel like if they were to just step out of that bubble, that their whole life's going to come crashing down.
Right.
And as an entrepreneur, you can't think like that. Yeah, it is. I've had several businesses fail. And it's one of these things that my thought is that failure doesn't define who you are as a person. What you do after failure does. And so to let people know if they step out there and they fail, that's okay. It's not the end of the world. They're not going to get a black eye that's never going to go away. I mean, they may fall down, but get back up and try it again. And the same for business owners and entrepreneurs that are kind of just trying. I mean, just keep at it. I mean, you never know how close you are to success. And so many people quit right before I think it was Theodore Roosevelt said that so many people quit right when they're on the verge of having success. And I think that's one of the things is, as an entrepreneur, I mean, you have to exhaust all your options before you absolutely give up, because I mean, you never know which option is going to get you right to that breakthrough point that's going to really break open your business and go to the next level.
Right. Awesome. So I see in the background you conveniently brought up.
Oh, look, it's my website.
Where else can we find you online? Do you have we know we have a Twitter account because you're a social media. You have a social media company, but where else can we find you online? Where can we look to find you?
Right, for Caprock Auctions, obviously, caprockauctions.com. For XPO Consulting, xpoconsulting.com. It's EXPIO. A lot of people think EXO and EXPO and whatever it is, but so xpoconsulting.com, caprockauctions.com, and then Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all the social sites.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for sharing.
Cool.
And giving us your time.
You bet, Brian. Thank you.